What is up? What is happening? Hope everybody's doing well. So I wanted to get this video out pretty quickly. This is like a kind of a really quick and simple how-to for the champion on the for 6.2.6. Now for this guy, there are essentially like two champs that you're going to need, and that or three champs rather. That is Sim Supreme, Morningstar, or and then you need Beardo. You don't necessarily need Beardo for the last stage, but it helps. Okay, so when it comes to the champion, he's got the Power Stones. So there's different stages. I'm just going to give you like a really basic rundown of those three stages. The first like 10% is no big deal, or so, maybe the first 30%. He's just like the normal champion, basically. Maybe something's happening, but I don't really think it was that important. Then in the like 40 to 70%, I think his mediums are unblockable. In the 10 to 40%, his light attacks are unblockable. And every time you nullify an ability, or nullify something, you're gonna take damage back. So you need your whatever champ you have to be at full health. Like my Sim Supreme, I did the first 90% of the fight with a 345 Sim Supreme. So that's just how good Sim Supreme is for that fight. Essentially, the first 90%, like you just have to play around the unblockable stuff. And I was just doing a lot of intercepting. He's so aggressive; it's pretty easy to intercept, and you're just baiting out L1s. So yeah, the first 90% really isn't a big deal as long as you have some version of Sim Supreme as a 5-star, rank 3, rank 4, 565, whatever. But now the tough part, this is where it gets crazy. The last 10%, he gets these 5 charges, and the only way to remove the charge is to proc a dexterity from one of his specials. So there are 2 styles to do this. The first style, basically, if you don't get it the first time, you're going to have to keep reviving and potting back up to full. Now I did this with Beardo. So I'm going to show you, we're going to do it against Cow Wales. I think that's how you do his name. Yeah, we're going to do it against his rank 2 champion. Okay, so let's go in here. And we'll just do it with like a really low rank Beardo. And I'll show you the 2 different ways. Now, I'm not going to necessarily get it every time, but I'm going to show you theoretically how to do it. So basically, right off the bat here, we're just going to get him up to an L1. And we're going to bait out. Okay, so we're going to block, and evade. Okay, so you see how I basically just blocked everything, and then I procced that dex on his headbutt. That's going to remove 1 charge. You have to do that 5 times, okay? So now I'm going to show you, okay, so I'm going to give you the rundown of what happened when I was doing this. I was super low. I had no potions left, no units. I only had 20% revives. I had like 4 left. Somebody, Dale, shout out to Dale, came in and said you can do it just like you do Void, where you rush in mid-animation, and it sets you up just right to where you can evade back and proc the dex. So you're going to go in right after he karate chops, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so bring it back up to an L1. Let's see if I can do this. So we're going to bait this out. It helps if you're farther away. Come on. Oh, of course he does that. Okay, karate chop. Oh, see, I didn't do it right. We got to do it again. You see what I'm doing, though? Okay, let's go back in. Okay, karate chop. There, procced it. You see that? So that's how I was doing it. So you don't have to take block. Oh Jesus, whoops. So you don't have to take block damage. Let's try it a few more times. Let's get some charges just in case he gets unstoppable. Okay. Okay. There we go. You almost have to go in against the karate chop a little later. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so you have to go in later. So it's a little, like a millisecond after the karate chop. Okay, so now everybody's been experiencing this bug. Then you think that you can just throw the L3 and take him down. For some reason, you need a Fury buff up. then use your L3, then you kill him. It's a bug. Sim Supreme also works. You would just need to be in his Fury mode and throw your L3. So what you would need to do is heavy, then throw your L3, and he goes down. Okay, so those are the two styles to take down the champion below 10%. The other 90% is really not a huge deal. It's not necessarily that hard of a fight. Now, also bear in mind, this is when you take down the middle path that has all those linked nodes that take the champion down. Taking the champion down, going for 100% is a whole other beast. So this is just the easy path for a champion takedown. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.